honestly, if we get the opportunity to play games together,
Yeah.
we obviously want to do something together. If anyone watches this later and has any suggestions, feel free to shoot us a comment, even if it's like years down the line. We're always happy to hear more.
Yeah.
I personally recommend maybe one of the Borderlands games. Heck, though you'll have no idea what's going on, maybe even one of the Telltale Borderlands games, because that was a lot of fun. You'll understand like none of it because that's like at the very end of the story of where it is right now, but you'll get a kick out of it.
Okay, that sounds good.
Alright, we could actually... Let's actually, I think I have The Wolf Among Us. I went crazy and bought a lot of point-and-click adventures at the beginning of the year because they were all on sale. So that's a game I haven't played yet, and I know it's based off the Fable series. You're actually playing as the Big B Wolf, or as fairy tales know him, the Big Bad Wolf. He's more or less like the cop of the Fable town. Your job is to basically just use your ferocious might to keep everyone in line and not pick any fights. The story of Fable is basically like, pretty much no one believes in fairy tales anymore, and the only way they're shortbread cookies. The only reason anyone's still alive is that fables draw their life force from their stories being told. So the more their story is told, the more they get to live on, to the point where the more well-known they are, they're practically immortal. In particular, Jack from all the fairy tales. So you hear Little Jack Horner, Jack and the Beanstalk,
Jack and Nimble,
yeah, all those, all the same Jack, and boy is he a bastard.
That's great.
So he's not particularly powerful, but he is completely unkillable. So I remember there was this one time he was kidnapped by this fox lady who just loved to tear out people's throats. She kept him as a pet because, well, he just kept growing new throats. Yeah.
So you could say he's jacked.
Yeah, he's pretty jacked up. But he's a jerk. He's always trying to sleep with various fairy tale women, and most of them know what he's on about. So in general, it's not a good idea. He's always getting into trouble too. On top of that, because most of the women he tries to hit on are married, and they're married to some particularly powerful beings. But, yeah, no, the Fable series in general, if you have, like, months to kill, or a really, really long plane ride, the Fable series is a very long-running, very beautifully, drawn, comic book series that's a lot of fun. That connects and extends all over the place, with, Jack himself having his own series, since he's such a big part of many fairy tales, and he's just a hilarious guy in general. So, anyone ever wants to pick that up, I'd recommend it. It's a pretty good read. But yeah, you play as Big B Wolf, otherwise known as the Big Bad Wolf, and your job is to basically be the law of Fabletown. And, all the while, you gotta try to control your rage, because you're an angry guy, the Big Bad Wolf. And, you know, fairy tales, they have to find a way to live, because, like I said, they basically just signed a non-disclosure agreement that says everything is in the past, so leave it there. And move forward with your life. So that's interesting in its own way, so he's gotta try to resolve grudges that some people may have, especially, you know, since he's the Big Bad Wolf. You can imagine that he has a couple of grudges.
Right. So good news, I've actually thoroughly mapped out that little part right there, so I can safely and easily traverse the first part of the ruins. See, I tried to get onto that one a little too fast last time.
Sometimes it's open, there's nothing wrong with taking it slow.
Yeah. Of course, with these conveyors, you really can't take it slow, because if you take it too slow, you end up moving to the next tile, which can mess with you. That's the worst of it.
But yeah, no, let's, if we ever get an opportunity to play a game together, let's try the Telltales. Oh, wait, we got something. Oh my gosh, we got Templarian. And yes, we do need that luck, thank you. We actually managed to beat the sub-21 earlier, before you came in. We're now trying to go for the 20 minutes, 30 seconds, and just to cement our victory. So we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, got the juices flowing.
But welcome to the stream anyways.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. It's nice to see a fresh face around here.
That
Right.
said, so Telltale's games, that's each game has about 5 chapters, I think, if I recall correctly, and each one takes about 2 hours. So like, if we do streaming once a week, that means that's something to do for over the course of 5 weeks and just talk about it and have some fun. Because Telltale games, their release schedule, kind of painful, but since the game is already complete, we don't have much else to worry about.
Right.
So, Templarian, I don't know how you feel about Telltale games point-and-click adventures, but what do you think about that? You want to see something fresh on this channel? Feel free to respond in your own time. I know we've got a bit of a delay.
Yeah, it happens with most any stream.
Oh man, do you remember Twitch Plays Pokemon?
Oh yes, that's good times.
You know, I would check in on that every now and again, which was sucked because like I would check in on it at work, which is like the only place I had Wi-Fi at the time. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and you know, the subreddit that taught you that explained the lore to it got really kooky. But it's just like the fun of it kind of died when they invented democracy versus anarchy. Granted, I mean, they probably never would have left. They probably never would have left the Safari Zone or heck even the Rocket Hideout because of all those spinny traps. Without it, that's all well and good, but it's a little heartbreaking to think that's kind of more or less ruined the game, I feel. I mean, granted, beating the Elite Four pretty cool, but I remember there was actually a group of internet trolls that were making an active point of trying to release the Zapdos, otherwise known as the Archangel of Justice, or Battery Jesus, whatever you wanted to name him. AJ was his name, AAJ. That got really funny. I mean, I actually, my Pidgeotto that I caught in Pokemon Go, I named him Bird Jesus simply because that game was just too funny. Templarian, your opinion of Telltale games? You seem to like them. Thank you. Sam Max, I haven't actually played that, I don't think. That might be something to look forward to. Though, I'm gonna try and play with what I got first. Not that I can't buy the game, it's just I should really start playing some of the games I already have.
Right.
Backlog is getting a bit big.
Yeah, you get on Steam and it's like, oh, I want that game. I want that one too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I bought this one game called this Mystery of Van Helsing. I thought it would be like a story game. No, it's more like it's kind of Diablo-esque in its gameplay style. It's just like, I'm never gonna play this. I also bought Battle Right recently. I even bought the special fan pack. And I realized after playing it, I might actually get back into it a little later on once I got a better computer to play it on. But for right now, I don't think I'm going to be touching it, and I kind of regret buying it.
Oh man. At least it's there for when you do have a better computer.
Yeah, I bought the pack that makes it so that every time a new character is released, it's automatically unlocked for me. I really honestly just bought it because some of my favorite voice actors are in it, and I saw them playing it myself, and I thought, that's kind of cool. There's one thing I forgot. You'd think I would have remembered with all the years I've spent playing League. I suck at MOBAs. Maybe if I had a teammate, I'd do better, but not once have I ever done well. I think that's the real reason I've been playing so much Overwatch lately, because even if you lose, you can still feel justified in saying, well, hey, I got 5 gold medals as Soldier 76, so I feel like I've actually done my part, thank you.
Right.
Freaking fit 5 Hanzos.
Oh man, when Overwatch, the beta came out, I thought Winston was just the best idea ever.
What, a super intelligent girl that jumps all over the place, drops barriers, and has a Tesla cannon?
It's like, it's brilliant in its own kind of weird way.
I actually got a legendary skin for Winston, the Explorer skin, you know, the cool one, where he runs around with packs and such. I was actually really disappointed that Winston didn't get an interesting skin for either the Summer Games events or the Halloween event. But that leaves me a little bit hopeful for the Christmas. That's the thing, I mean, Halloween was I loved the Lucio Ball challenge, that was actually really fun, but I absolutely adored the Junkenstein's Revenge, because, you know, it's like you're working together with 3 other random people. Yeah, you're a little restricted in what you get to play, but you're up against an army of robots. I love tower defense. It was actually really fun. I really wish it was a regular a thing you could choose. That said, though, I'm looking forward to the Christmas event. I'm looking forward to the skins because I've had some pretty good luck. I got all the legendary skins I wanted from the previous 2 events. But it kind of makes me wonder because, boy oh boy, Witch Mercy is the bomb. And I actually I got Junkenstein's Monster and Dr. Junkenstein, and both of those were some pretty cool skins. Particularly Junkenstein's Monster, I suppose, because, you know, I did not really like any of Roadhog's skins, and Junkrat I didn't like any of his skins either, so the Junkenstein actually looked pretty cool, in my opinion. Though, Reaper definitely knocked it out of the park in terms of skins, but he already had some pretty cool skins, honestly. I mean, I had his mariachi skin, which is really cool because he's got a guitar on his back. So I just wish that there was like a special sound effect for when he was for when he uses his ultimate, where after he kills anybody, after just shouting die 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 in Spanish 3 times, I just wish he would pull out his guitar and just do a quick Spanish guitar to emphasize it. Da da da. So like, hey, look, I just killed everybody.
That'd be great.
Yeah, no, you're right, Templarian. This really does give you flashbacks. I played a good number of my years playing on the Game Boy Advance was spent playing Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I had both at the time. I also had Emerald, but I never actually got into it for some reason. Maybe it's just I didn't feel like playing the game for a 3rd time, even if it was a little bit different. I also, you know, that's one game I could possibly see me speedrunning, only because I actually enjoy it. Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap.
That'd be a good speedrun game.
It's a fair bit longer than this one.
Right.
Because, God, man, there's so much backtracking involved.
Yeah, and most Zelda games are story-based, so...
Yeah, no.
You have that to get through.
Oh, man, I mean, that'd be a game that would be just fun to play between the 2 of us, just for the fun of it. Hyrule Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that game is so much fun.
Okay, this guy has messed up my last 2 runs, even though I got the record this last time.
Yeah, no, this guy's a dirty sucker.
Yeah.
The strings just keep spawning right where he is, so it kind of put us at a disadvantage.
Yeah, RNG's was not smiling upon us.
Alright. You got this round pretty much locked up.
Yeah. Feeling good about it this time, so let's go. Please do wander aimlessly. It's also random as to how many gems spawn at any one time.
Yeah, I kinda
Okay,
know.
this is great. This is a great lead. Beautiful.
Okay, get to that door.
Perfect.
Alright, let's burn the oil. Fire it up.
Woo!
What about you, chat? What's a game that you feel like you know so well you can speedrun it? I think, like, the game I know best of all is probably Majora's Mask. Not sure how I'd feel about speedrunning it, but definitely a game I know pretty well.
Well, it helps to have plenty of knowledge about what you're doing.
Yeah, I remember when I first got Majora's Mask on 3DS, I actually managed to get all the way to the water temple before I had to rewind, which, by the way, for you, those of you who don't know, is the 3rd level of 4 in that game.
That's pretty good.
With the actual level, I mean, you gotta pretty much go through another temple just to get into the actual temple in the game, so I suppose it's better to say that's more like the 6th temple. And the only reason it took me that long is because I kept stopping to try and collect all the fairies, too. So I probably might have managed to get all the way to the canyon before I would have had to rewind. But, you know, I wasn't actually trying to speedrun, I was just trying to collect as many items as I can with this few rewinds, simply because
Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that.
many Resident...
That's a big hit to the time. Sorry about that.
That's... Yeah, Templarian, original Resident Evil, that's pretty good. I'm not a big fan of that game series in general, not because it's a bad series, simply because... I don't know. Zombies are just overdone. I mean, granted, I love, what is it, Dead Space? That's one of my favorite horror games. That's not including, per se, Dead Space 3, because that kind of killed the series for me. But I really enjoyed 1 and 2 immensely. Because atmosphere was key in that game. Yeah, I don't see us getting the 23 this round.
Well, it's still possible. As a matter of fact, highly possible, because I haven't messed up as much as they did last time. And, I actually got the Sultan on the first try, so... I'm certainly not getting sub 20. But
That's true.
We'll see. There's still hope.
What are those things supposed to be, grubs?
Yeah, just little buggers.
There's the wiggly ghosts.
Oh my god.
Maybe just wiggling all over the place hoping to get a hug from
They're
somebody.
like grubs, they're lice or something.
Oh, that's even... Grubs are one thing, but lice, that's... Ew, that's nasty.
I can't say for sure.
I'll look at the manual real quick, see if they have anything.
Oh yeah, I don't think they list normal enemies in that one. And by the way, even though this is on an emulator, I do own the original game. As a matter of fact, it was my very first video game that I ever played. So, have a bit of a home field advantage, I guess. Stretch break.
Work it out.
That's always nice. That actually does help a lot, this stretch right there when you have the opportunity. Just came very dangerously close to doing exactly what I did the first run.
Yep, not finding that grub thing either.
Oh, bummer.
Look at you go.
I think it actually helps a lot for me not to have to talk to chat at the same time I'm speedrunning.
Oh, I'm glad I can help with that.
Yeah.
Not that there's a lot of help I'm providing. Not that
Well,
we don't love you.
it's
Not for all the people. Not that I don't love every single one of you that's in here for being here and actually talking to us and such. Just a little teeny bummer that we don't get to see more of you. But, you know, we gotta put in the hours, we gotta work it up to try and see more people.
It comes with time.
Time and effort.
Yep. The capital O.
I think your spelling might be a little off there.
A little offered.
Har 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 har. Walked right into that.
Actually, I built the trap around you.
Alright. So, you're kicking butt at this game, and, yeah, it looks like we're making some progress.
Mm-hmm. It's looking good.
Yes, you know, Templarian. It's just, everybody likes to watch, I don't know, let's say Game Grumps, for example.
Everyone wants to be like them, but Game Grumps is my example because I like them in particular because they've never sold out, and they've been self-produced the entire time, and I have a great deal of respect for them in that matter.
And that's tough to do often.
Which is astounding because they've got like, I don't know, like 3 million. Oh, well, plug it. They got like 3 million subscribers, which is hilarious because everybody's heard of them. But it's just funny too because like solo pages like solo channels like Markiplier and such, PewDiePie and such, they have so much more, and I just don't feel like I like them nearly as much.
Time. Well, we beat our old record
Hey,
by 5 seconds.
Hey, you know, we're a little bit at a time. I mean, we keep the pace, but I think we're wrapping it up tonight.
Yeah, whew. It's pretty good to actually beat the record twice in one night. So go ahead and save those times. There we go. Alright, very cool. So yeah, 2030 is very doable. I just have to not... What was the death that he got? Oh, at the end of Temple of the Frog 1.
Yeah.
No, that was pretty detrimental. Probably could have gotten about 2020 with that one, but...
Would have been great. I would have locked this up for the night, but
just
hey.
pack it out, yeah.
But nah, you definitely locked it up. Oh, Templar.